this lecture we'll find out the value of angle theta. In the drawing we have triangle ABC. We know that side AC equals to side CB, that is to say it is an equilateral triangle and it is an isosceles triangle, and we also know that angle ACB equals to 20 degrees. This angle NAB equals to 50 degrees, and this angle NBA equals to 60 degrees. And our mission is to find out the value of this angle NMB, that is actually angle theta. Okay, so first of all, we know that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. AC equals to CA equals to CB. CA equals to CB. And we know that in front of equal sides in the triangle there are equal angles. So I draw triangle ABC again. So actually this is triangle ABC is the copy from the original drawing. Know that CA equals to CB. And according to the rule that in front of equal sides in the triangle there are equal angles, it means that those two angles are equal to each other. So if one angle is theta, then the other angle must be also equal to theta. So we know that angle CAB equals to theta, and here this angle ACB equals to 20 degrees. We know that the sum of the angles in any triangle is equal to 180 degrees. That is to say 20 degrees plus theta equals to 180 degrees. So 20 degrees plus 2 theta equals to 180 degrees. We will subtract 20 degrees from this equation, and finally we get that 2 theta equals to 180 minus 20 is 160. We divide this equation by 2, and finally we get that angle theta equals to 160 over 2 is 80 degrees. So angle theta equals to 80 degrees. This angle theta equals to 80 degrees. Okay. So here we know that this is angle theta, that in total it is equal to 80 degrees. Therefore 80 degrees minus 50 degrees, it is 30 degrees. So this angle equals to 30 degrees. Likewise, this is angle theta, that is equal to 80 degrees. So 80 degrees minus 60 degrees, it is 20 degrees. Okay. In the next step, we'll focus on triangle NAB. So in this triangle NAB, the sum of the angles must be equal to 180 degrees. Which angles we have here? 50 degrees plus 80 degrees is 130 degrees. And in order to complete the sum of the angles in this triangle to 180 degrees, the missing angle must be equal to 50 degrees. So in triangle NAB, this is actually an isosceles triangle, because we have those two angles that are both equal to 50 degrees. And we have the rule that in front of equal angles in the triangle, they are equal sides. So in front of this angle we have AB, and in front of this angle we have side NB. Therefore, side AB equals to side NB. AB equals to NB in triangle A and B. Repeat again. The triangle A and B, according to the rule that in front of equal angles in the triangle that are equal sides, AB equals to NB. Okay. In the next step, we focus on triangle AMB, this triangle AMB. In this triangle, the sum of the angles must be equal to 180 degrees. Which angles we have in this triangle AMB? This angle equals to 60 degrees. This angle equals to 80 degrees. 60 degrees plus 80 degrees is 140 degrees. So the missing angle must be equal to 40 degrees. Okay. So in the next step, from point B, we draw line segment BD in such a way that it will be equal to AB. Okay. Here we draw line segment BD in such a way that BD equals to AB. Okay, this is line segment BD that is equal to AB. So I write it down. BD equals to AB according to our construction. BD equals to AB according to our construction. Okay, here AB equals to BD, and we have already found out that AD equals to NB. Here it is actually AB equals to NB. AB equals to NB. Okay. So here those two sides are equal to each other, so in triangle ADB is actually an isosceles triangle because it has two sides that are equal to each other. And again, we have the rule that in front of equal sides in the triangle there are equal angles. So this angle must be equal to this angle because those two angles are located in front of equal sides. This angle equals to 50 plus 30, that is 80 degrees. Therefore, this angle must be also equal to 80 degrees. Okay, so in triangle ADB, we have the sum of the angles must be equal to 180 degrees. So which angles we have here? 80 degrees plus 80 degrees is 160 degrees. So the missing angle must be equal to 20 degrees in order to complete the sum of the angles in this triangle to 180 degrees. Triangle ADB. Okay. So we have angle MBA. This angle equals to 60 degrees. Angle DBA equals to 20 degrees. Therefore, the missing angle is equal to 60 degrees minus 20 degrees. Okay? 60 degrees, that is the big angle, minus 20 degrees must be equal to the missing angle. 60 minus 20 is 40 degrees. So the missing angle equals to 40 degrees in its size. Now we have triangle MDB. In this triangle MDB, we have two angles that are equal to each other. Again, we have the rule that in front of equal angles in the triangle, there are equal sides. In front of this angle, we have side DM. In front of this angle, we have side DB, and therefore DM must be equal to DB. So a triangle MDB, that is an associated triangle, triangle MDB, DM equals to DB. DM equals to DB. But again, triangle, associated triangle MDB, DM equals to DB. So we have BD equals to AB and DM equals to DB. And here, from those two equations, AB equals to NB and BD equals to AB, we will derive that AB, BD equals to AB, but according to this equation, AB also equals to NB, so we can write here that AB equals to NB. So in conclusion, we found that BD equals to NB. BD equals to NB. Here, side BD equals to side NB. And in the next step, we will join points D and N together by a straight line. We focus on the green triangle D and B. On the green triangle D and B, on the green triangle D and B, we found out that DB equals to NB, DB equals to NB, in triangle D and B. Okay. Again, we have the rule that in front of equal sides in the triangle there are equal angles, so I'll copy triangle D and B again in a new page, this new page. This side is located in front of this angle, and this side is located in front of this angle. Those two sides are equal to each other. That is to say, in front of equal sides there are equal angles. Those two angles are equal to each other. So if one angle is theta, then the other angle must be also equal to theta. So this is triangle D and B that I copied from the original drawing. So those two angles that are both equal to each other, so we'll define each angle as theta. What is the size of angle DBN? For the drawing, it is very easy to see that DBN equals to 40 plus 20, that is 60. Okay, so in triangle D and B, we have one angle that is equal to 60 degrees, and the other two angles that are both equal to theta. And according to the rule that the sum of the angles in any triangle is equal to 180 degrees, we get that theta plus theta is 2 theta. plus 60 degrees equals to 180 degrees. We subtract 60 degrees from this equation, and we get that 2 theta equals to 180 minus 60 is 120. We divide this equation by 2, and finally we get that theta equals to 60 degrees. So those two angles are both equal to 60 degrees. That is to say, triangle DNB is an equilateral triangle. I'll write it down. Triangle DNB is an equilateral triangle. That is to say, all of its sides are equal to each other. dN is equal to NB is equal to dB. Okay. And we have already found out that BD equals to AB. BD equals to AB equals to NB, and we found out also that DM equals to DB. DM equals to DB. So dm equals to db, and we know that dn equals to nb equals to db, but db according to this equation is equal to dm. So we can write here that db equals to dm, and from this equation we derive that dm equals to dn. Again, dm equals to dn. dm equals to dn. We found out that the green triangle is an isosceles triangle. That is to say, this angle equals to 60 degrees, this angle equals to 60 degrees, and this angle also equals to 60 degrees. So we focus on its point D here. Its point D, we have this angle equals to 80 degrees. This angle equals to 60 degrees. And according at point D, this angle equals to 80 degrees, this angle equals to 60 degrees, and according to the rule that the sum of the angles on one side of a straight line is equal to 180 degrees. So if we focus on this side of this straight line, the sum of the angles must be equal to 180 degrees. 80 degrees plus 60 degrees is 140 degrees. Therefore, this angle must be equal to 40 degrees in order to complete the sum of the angles on this side of the straight line to 180 degrees. So this angle equals to 40 degrees. Okay. I write it down here. This angle equals to 40 degrees. Now I'll copy triangle DMN in a new page. this is triangle DMN that I copied from the original drawing. Okay, this is triangle DMN. We have already found out that DM equals to DM, DM equals to DN, and again we have the rule that in front of equal sides in the triangle there are equal angles. Those two equal sides are located in front of those two angles, that is to say those two angles must be also equal to each other. So if one angle is theta, then the other angle must be also equal to theta. And we also know that the sum of the angles in any triangle is equal to 180 degrees, and especially it is true in triangle DMN. So 40 degrees plus theta equals to 180 degrees. We subtract 40 degrees from this equation, and we get that theta plus theta is 2 theta, 180 minus 40 is 140. Theta equals to 140 degrees, we divide this equation by 2, and finally we get that theta equals to 70 degrees. This angle equals to 70 degrees, this angle also equals to 70 degrees. So this is angle DMN, that is equal to 70 degrees. This angle DMN equals to 70 degrees. Write it down here. That the big angle DMN equals to 70 degrees. Angle DMN equals to 70 degrees. We already found out that angle DMB equals to 40 degrees. Write it down, angle DMB equals to 40 degrees. Now we subtract the two angles from each other. Here, the big angle DMN minus the small angle DMB equals to theta. That is the angle that we are looking for. Again, the big angle DMB minus the small angle, the big angle DMN, this is the big angle DMN, minus the small angle DMB equals to angle theta. So we subtract the two angles together, and we get that the missing angle DMN, that is angle theta, that is the angle that we are looking for. It is equal to 70 degrees minus 40 degrees, it is 30 degrees. So we found out that is the answer to the question, that angle theta, that is the angle that we are looking for, equals to 30 degrees in its size. Okay? We just subtracted the big angle DMN from the small angle DMB, and we got the value of angle theta. Okay, so in the next step I will summarize the lecture. So in this lecture we found out the value of this angle BMN that is equal to theta. It's given us the equation that ABC is an isosceles triangle, that is to say AC equals to BC, this angle equals to 20 degrees, this angle equals to 50 degrees, this angle NBA equals to 60 degrees, and also this angle equals to 50 degrees, this angle equals to 40 degrees. Our mission is to find out the value of angle theta. Okay, so here, somebody said triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. That is to say, BC equals to AC, or BC equals to CA. Again, you have the rule that in front of equal sides in the triangle there are equal angles. So those two angles that are located in front of equal sides are equal to each other. So if one angle is theta, then the other angle must be also equal to theta. And we also know that the sum of the angles in any triangle is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, in triangle ABC, 20 degrees plus theta equals to 180 degrees. We subtracted 20 degrees from this equation. We found out that 180 degrees minus 20 degrees is 160 degrees is equal to 2 theta. We divided this equation by 2 and finally we found out that 160 degrees over 2 is 80 degrees. That is the size of angle theta. Okay, angle theta equals to 80 degrees. So those two angles, they are both equal to 80 degrees. And because of the fact that this angle equals to 50 degrees, therefore the missing angle must be equal to 30 degrees in order to complete the size of this angle, the value of this angle, theta, to 80 degrees. Likewise, this angle equals to 60 degrees. Therefore, the missing angle must be equal to 20 degrees because angle theta in total equals to 80 degrees. This is angle theta that is equal to 80 degrees. 60 degrees plus 20 degrees, it is 80 degrees. Okay? Then we focused on triangle A and B. On this triangle A and B, this angle equals to 50 degrees. This angle equals to 80 degrees in total. 50 degrees plus 80 degrees is 130 degrees. Therefore, the missing angle must be equal to 50 degrees in order to complete the sum of the angles in triangle A and B to 180 degrees. This angle must be equal to 50 degrees. So we have in triangle A and B, those two angles are equal to each other, and again we have the rule that in front of equal angles in the triangle are equal sides. So side AB must be equal to side AB because they are located in front of equal angles. Repeat again. In triangle A and B, side AB equals to side NB. Okay. Then we focused on triangle AMB, this triangle, this angle equals to 80 degrees. This angle equals to 60 degrees. 60 degrees plus 80 degrees is 140 degrees. Therefore, the missing angle must be equal to 40 degrees in order to complete the sum of the angles in triangle AB to 180 degrees. This angle equals to 40 degrees. Okay. In the next step, from point B, we draw line segment BD in such a way that BD will be equal to AB. Again, I'll repeat again, that BD is equal to AB according to our construction. And from those two equations, we derive that BD equals to AB, but AB also equals to NB. So we can write here that AB equals to NB. So BD equals to AB equals to NB. Okay, BD, yeah, BD equals to NB, and it is equal to AB also. Okay. So in triangle MOB, it's a triangle MDB. So that we have here triangle ADB. Found out that DB equals to AB. It again here, BD equals to AB. So in this triangle ADB, those two sides are equal to each other. And according to the rule that in front of equal sides in the triangle there are equal angles, those two angles that are located in front of equal sides must be equal to each other. So this angle is 80 degrees, so this angle must be also equal to 80 degrees. the sum of the angles in any triangle is 180 degrees. That is to say, in triangle ADB, 80 degrees plus 80 degrees is 160 degrees. Therefore, the missing angle must be equal to 20 degrees. Okay? And because of the fact that this angle equals to 20 degrees, and angle ABA, angle MBA equals to 60 degrees. The small angle DBA equals to 20 degrees. Therefore, the missing angle MBD must be equal to 60 degrees minus 20 degrees, that is 40 degrees. So in triangle DMB, this triangle DMB, those two angles are both equal to 40 degrees. And again, we have the rule that in front of equal angles in the triangle, there are equal sides. In front of this angle, we have side MD. In front of this angle, we have side DB. Therefore, MD must be equal to DB. Triangle MOB, MD equals to DB. Okay? And then, in triangle D and B, we actually join points D and N together by a straight line. And here we create a triangle D and B. In triangle D and B, DB equals to NB. Here, see here that DB equals to DM, but BD also equals to NB. Therefore, from those two equations, we derive that DM, that DB equals to, from this equation, BD equals to NB. We derive that BD equals to NB. BD equals to NB. Okay. Side BD equals to side NB. So we focused on the right triangle DNB. On this right triangle DNB, we know that DB equals to NB. And again, we have the rule that in front of equal sides in the triangle, there are equal angles. Repeat again. So this is triangle DNB that I copied from the original drawing. And we know that DB equals to NB. Angle DBN, this angle DBN equals to 40 degrees plus 20 degrees, that is 60 degrees. So this angle DBN equals to 60 degrees, and because of the fact that DB equals to NB, that is to say, those two angles must be also equal to each other. So if one angle is theta, then the other angle must be also equal to theta. And we have the rule that if, the sum of the angles in any triangle is 180 degrees. Therefore, in triangle DNB, theta plus 60 degrees must be equal to 180 degrees. So we subtracted 60 degrees from this equation, and finally we found out that 2 theta equals to 180 degrees minus 60 degrees is 120 degrees. We divided this equation by 2 and finally found out that angle theta equals to 60 degrees. So those two angles, they are both equal to 60 degrees. Therefore, triangle DNB is an equilateral triangle. All of its angles are equal to 60 degrees. Therefore, it is an equilateral triangle. That is to say, all of its sides must be also equal to each other. dN equals to NB equals to dB. Okay, dN equals to NB equals to dB. And we already found out that BD equals to AB equals to NB, and also that DM equals to DB. So we know that dN equals to NB equals to dB, but dB also equals to dm. So we can write here that dB equals to dm, here dB equals to dm. So we can write here that dB equals to dm. And from this equation, we derive that dn equals to dm. Again, dn equals to dm. Then we focus on at point D. At point D, at this side of point D. Which angles we have at this side of point D? We have this angle that is 80 degrees. This is the blue, the green triangle is an isosceles triangle, therefore this angle must be equal to 60 degrees. Okay, again, this angle equals to 80 degrees, this angle equals to 60 degrees. The sum of the angles on this side of this straight line must be equal to 180 degrees. So, which angles we have here? 80 degrees plus 60 degrees is 140 degrees, therefore the missing angle must be equal to 40 degrees. Okay, we actually found out that this angle equals to 40 degrees. That is to say, angle MDN, this angle equals to 40 degrees. Why? Because here we have this leg is DN, and this leg is dm. Therefore, actually, this angle that is equal to 40 degrees, it is actually angle MDN. Here, this is angle MDN that is equal to 40 degrees. So I copied the triangle M and D in here. I put again that this angle MDN equals to 40 degrees. And we have already found out that dm equals to dn, here, dm equals to dn. This angle equals to 40 degrees. Again, we have the rule that in front of equal sides in the triangle, there are equal angles. That is to say, those two angles that are located in front the equal sides must be equal to each other. So if one angle is theta, then the other angle must be also equal to theta, and according to the rule that the sum of the angles in any triangle is equal to 180 degrees, you get that theta plus 40 degrees equals to 180 degrees. So 40 degrees, theta plus theta is 2 theta, so 180 degrees, we subtract 40 degrees from this equation and found out that 2 theta equals to 180 degrees minus 40 degrees, it is 140 degrees. We divided this equation by 2 and found out that angle theta equals to 140 degrees over 2, that is 70 degrees. So this angle theta equals to 70 degrees in its size. That is to say, angle DMN equals to 70 degrees. This angle, the big angle DMN equals to 70 degrees. So the big angle DMN equals to 70 degrees. This angle equals to 40 degrees. So if we subtract the two angles from each other, we get the missing angle theta. Again, the big angle DMN equals to 70 degrees. This angle equals to 40 degrees. That is to say, angle DMB equals to 40 degrees. So if we subtract the two angles from each other, we get the missing angle theta. So the missing angle theta, that is actually angle DMN, that is the angle that we are looking for, equals to 70 degrees plus 40 degrees, that is 30 degrees. So actually we found out that the missing angle DMN equals to 30 degrees in its size. Okay, thank you very much.